How are
Evening.
you, Gautam?
I
Good
am doing
evening.
great after the last session. After
Wow.
so much of knowing where I stand in acting, I'm very eager, and I want to improvise on my acting. After the session was over, I kept doing. You're eating the last time means I was licking. I was improvising after the session was over. But that is what that spontaneity is not coming as an actor. I'm able to think for 10 minutes and do. And the main important point was what you as a coach told us was take your own time.
That's the
Take it
key.
own.
That's the
That's the key. Okay, bye. Let's start
only
today's one.
there. Like when we start taking the time,
Ah,
there only that ownership comes.
ah,
Ownership in terms of body, ownership in terms of mind, ownership in terms of voice, and
mm,
ownership in terms of wherever we are. You know? So that
perfect.
is the idea. If we start taking time, it means we are within. We are not looking outward. So it's a meditative state of mind when you actually give you time. That's the idea. Okay, so today's session is about the flaws and faults. As an actor, we all have, like, the air is human, so everybody has some flaws, some faults. Like, if I term it as a flaws or fault, it simply means that as far as the society is concerned, we have made it flaws. It is not, it is a part. Okay, it is what our characteristic. For actors, it's a gem actually. These flaws, if these flaws, these uh, you can say, these faults make the character live, full of life. Okay, so we embrace it as an actor, as an artist, we embrace it. But as far as the conditioning of the society avoids. But if you have that power or the courage to start celebrating and recognizing whatever faults you have, whatever imperfections you have, I think you add life to your characters.
Perfect.
For example, in society, we are all trying to be perfect. We buy lots of costly fares in terms of costume, in terms of makeup, in terms of everything, in terms of bike, to just make sure that no, we are somewhere polished as an image. Okay, this is the nature. Like, we want, you know we want to portray ourselves like this is the attitude. When we go out, we do this. It is nothing. It is nothing. It's just a simple gesture. When we meet, we see, is it okay? It's just simple. But this is also, you can say, a glimpse or a gesture to relate to that conditioning what we have been given, that we have to look something which we are not. Beautiful two concept. One is vulnerability, which is completely related to what we have as a topic, that faults and flaws. And second, embracing that flaws. Why? Because even if, as far as society, it is a flaw or a fault or an imperfection, but in character, it's a life. Why? There are two kinds of characters. If we talk about literature, we talk about the science of characterization. Two kinds of character: round character, flat character. Okay, so round character, let me first discuss flat character. Flat character is the character where there, like, it's very obvious character. You will be able to predict it. You will be able to go with that character. There is no event happening, lots of event happening with that character. But when it comes to round character, it's a circular round character. So that characters deals or faces lots of things, in terms of events, in terms of flaws, in terms of tragedy, in terms of comedy, in terms of flavor, in terms of life. And that's the reason why round characters are considered as a protagonist, the main characters. And the flat characters, they come, they have some importance, but they come and they go away. They don't impact the story, they don't impact the scene. Sometimes they come just to just to help main character to go further. Fine. So these are the difference. And when we talk of round character, they are full of imperfections, they are full of events, they are full of predictability, unpredictability. So that's why we call it a vulnerable character. Perfect. Now let's discuss what vulnerable is.
Example of
Uh, con-
one example of one round character, example of one flat character. Can you give from a
for
movie or
example,
something for the audience?
oh, yeah. So round character will be, for example, if we take Bahubali,
Hmm.
hmm, Bahubali, that Nasir sir's character is a round character, crooked character, because
Crooked.
lots of angles attached to that character. So that character is not just with dealing with one character or a love affair or a change maker. No, that character is dealing with every character possible in the film or in the setting or in the story. He will be, see, related to that, positive, negative, so lots of events attached to that character, round character. And that's why we discuss lots about round character. We look forward to, to watch round character, because there is a kick happens, because we don't know what will be happening with the round character. That makes the round character interesting. But if we talk of flat character, it's easy. They are just you can say they are just a fuel to go further. That's it. Flat characters, it will be ideal character, or it will be somebody coming to give some information which will accelerate the story, or it will be a subordinate character where you will help protagonist to just be into that story. But round character, it's like a, you take all the heroes, you take all the villains, they are round characters.
Hmm.
Okay, it's not just a one film. Every film has a round character. A round character means the story is revolving all around with character. And that character is associated in terms of characterization, in terms of story, to every character. And that character will have influence, bad influence, good influence, transforming influence, destructive influence, but it will be like that will be the limelight of the story.
So a
Round
round
character.
character arc will be there for them. You're telling.
It's always going. See, round character, round character. Flat is okay. There will be a point where it will stop. It will go away. But round is happening, 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 happening. So that is the
So
idea
flat
of round
characters means
character.
what is a flat example of a flat character?
Example of flat character, I'm telling you, these character will come just to help the main character. They will
Hmm.
come to inform something which is very, very relevant to the story. They will come to tell us the change happening in the story. Okay,
Maybe.
they will can come to help the main character to achieve the goal. Okay, they will accelerate. They are the actually they are accelerators. That's
Okay.
it. Flat character.
Okay.
Okay, now we are just taking that flat character aside. Okay,
Hmm.
our main objective today is to talk about vulnerability in terms of round character. Now see
Hmm.
what the first example of vulnerability is, like I will take the example of baldness.
Ah.
Baldness. Okay, I have this, and the whole triac company and all those things, they are just making you feel that it is not acceptable in the society. See, the whole crores of business or the advertisement, even the lots of known stars are endorsing those brands, just to feeling that we are not perfect. There are more to go. There, like you have to arrange your smile, what we call it, smile correction,
Mhm.
smile correction, and uh, lots of the Korean plastic surgery thing, the Korean skin, huh? Or this, or being fit, being in a shape. These are all the industry to fuel. They tell us, okay. For example, I don't know about that, like in UP, in the other side, that there was a brand Fair and Lovely. That brand tells that the fair girl has more confidence. It's a huge bullshit, I'm telling. I have got some lots of good friend. They have been dusky and they are wonderful. They are confident like anything. So that idea, like, there comes that vulnerability, and we'll try to discuss. We'll do some exercises. So the first example I will take, very simple example of being bald. Perfect. Now, vulnerability is a simple thing to get that level of courage first, and level of acceptance with the body you have or the mind you have. For example, as Krishnamurti says that meditation is not that you have to become something else. If you are a jealous, accept that you are a jealous. If you act like a fool, accept you are a fool. This becomes intelligence. Being a fool, trying to be intelligent, it can't make it possible. You can't be an intelligent person. But if you know that you are a fool, you are intelligent.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the idea. And there, that vulnerability, that's the vulnerability comes, that if you are poor, own that you are poor. If you are bald, own that you are a bald person. If you have teeny eyes like northeastern people or a Chinese Japanese eyes, own that. If you have a dark skin, own that skin. If you are fat, own that. So vulnerability is all about, in terms of artists, in terms of actors, it's very very important to know that vulnerability is the courage to accept you are, in terms of body, in terms of voice as well, in terms of movement, in terms of gesture, in terms of, like, we will talk about flaws and faults, in terms of, that is the great thing. It's an ingredient for actors, flaws and faults. But society call it flaws and fault. We don't call it flaws and
Example,
faults.
Fahad Fazil is
Simple.
bald.
Simple, very very simple. See, we have Rajnikant.
Now, no. Rajnikant comes with a wig. Fahad Fazil, no, he started coming as bald. Everyone told he's bald, he's bald. Now, if he's coming as bald in a movie, they are all accepting him as he's bald. Like he can come
So
even as a college student as bald. Hey, he will come like that only, man. He's an actor. He acts well. So he's accepted. Whatever
that
role he
is a
plays, that is the
that
magic.
is a sign of vulnerability. That vulnerability starts with acceptance.
Hmm.
Whatever you, and when once you are convinced with your faults, society, like, we are just taking this term to just make it easy. It is not a fault. It is a great ingredient. It is a gem for actors, because
Hmm.
that's make our characters. We add some elements. We, for example, I'll tell you, for example, you're talking, okay, you're talking, and something happened to your eyes, and you start doing that, and again you are tall. This is what we do.
Wow.
This is what we do. Yeah, like, for example, it just something went in my eyes and I'm talking, and again I'm continuing my thing, and this is life. This is not fault. If I feel like, ah, gee. So society tells us to suppress these things, okay, but actors, we have to reveal these things, and revealing is vulnerability, showing that vulnerability, having that courage to show that, yes, we are like that. Yes, I sound like a fool. Yes, I sound like a, whatever tags and whatever categories the society has given. We have to decode, check, break these, or those predefined notions. And when we do it, when we actually start embracing that vulnerability or fault or flaws or imperfection, we become unique, because we are we that time. Okay, when I accepted this, I feel that I am looking great in
Great with it.
this.
Ah, perfect.
Nothing big, and no, nothing can replace this for me.
Hmm.
But as an actor, we are flexible, so we are also open to that also. We will put big if the
Hmm.
character demands. But nobody, no brand, no advertisement can generate that feeling of inferiority because of that. It's a natural process. It is
Hmm.
not. It's a great natural organic process. So this is what the vulnerability. So what we'll do, as in exercise, we'll try to, again, we'll go back to our thing. We'll go back to inner world, inner system. the way we went there that time, that we went back to our past and related to a story that was somewhere suppressed in us, and we try to evoke that, we try to revoke that story so that we can make a small beautiful monologue. That time we couldn't speak, so right now today we are speaking. And when we are when we are telling that we are speaking, we are not just speaking, we are actually releasing the suppression we had that time, because of immaturity, because of the age, because of not getting the situation what is happening that time. So right now when we got some kind of ownership, we are actually releasing those suppressions. That
Okay.
exercise. Now in the same way, second version you can say exercise is, now we are not going to make a story, we are going to our system, like Gautam's system or the Sanjay system, to see our body language, what the setting has gave us to, like where the ambience has given us something, or the setting has given us something, so we are noting those flaws, faults, like like the way we laugh, for example. So people, or people, so that I was discussing that whatever we have, we will be so convinced with that, then we, when we do it, we will take ownership of that, and will not having that inferior feeling that we are doing it. As an actor, we need those kind of things, which makes different line among lots of straight line, coming regular straight line. We are coming with some curve line, and which will be highlighted in the scene, which will be highlighted in the sequence, which will be highlighted in the story. Because it's not just because of lots of straight line is there, but because of that curve, you will be singled out, you will be identified. Okay, there was a curve line, and that curve line was happy, that curve line was not sad among straight lines. So that is the idea of today's session. So I would invite you, brother, to just think about two things which makes in with like two gesture or the voice thing, or any two faults you have. I will also share, like I said one, and I will also share the second. I'm right now thinking about it, two thing, and we'll work on that. We will accept those faults, and we'll add our text, and we'll try to deal with that. That is the exercise today. We'll try to find the step is, step one is to find out what you have, like which makes you unique or weird. Let's take the example, beautiful word weird. What makes you weird? You have to make a list. What makes you weird sometime? Now once you get that weirdness, start working with your line, start working with your dialogue, and add that weirdness with your line, and you see what the magic happens. Okay, so step one is to find out the weirdness we have in terms of anything, in terms of voice, in terms of body, in terms of looks, in terms of whatever we have. Second, we'll try to again, we'll take twinkle twinkle little star, a simple line, and then we'll incorporate, we'll merge the weirdness with our line, and then we try to do this exercise. Okay, take your time, take your 10 seconds to just think about that, and then we'll start the exercise. Perfect. And when you are doing, for example, very very simple example, the baldness thing, that I, step one, I found, okay, this is something we talk of, that first thing, the first appearance. And if you are an actor, then if you are a bald and if you are an actor, it's also taboo. So when I'm taking my line, I'm actually, when I'm, see, when I'm not, when I'm talking like this, I'm not highlighting it right now. Okay, I'm not highlighting that imperfection I have. But when I'm doing this, when I'm talking, I am celebrating, exploring, and highlighting this portion and doing acting. For example, let's just have example, very concrete, simple example. See the movement and the dialogue. I really like long hairs. I see bald people, I feel inferior. But I do look good in baldness. No, I don't like hairs. I don't like long hairs. I like the baldness. So that is the idea. So we'll start with very simple thing and then we'll start. For example, the teeny eyes, small eyes. So we'll try to take those examples, those list, four or five, and then we'll start adding it to the natural element. And the more we practice, the more convinced we will be. First, we will be convinced, and then we'll convey to the audience, and then they will be convinced. That's the whole process of today's exercise. Okay, is it clear? Like, uh, uh, did I make things complicated with the word? And okay, yeah. Please, can you please rephrase it for our friends or for you also, so that I can listen what I have made? Yeah.
So basically, you are telling us to do an act, but I just have one doubt with this. You wanted us to do it with Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, right? But when you did it with the hair, you're talking about the hair itself. I just want that clarification alone. I'm not having. So basically, we'll be
Two
talking
ways.
about some insecurities which we will not be doing in the public. We will be doing in our on our private time. We will be doing
Hmm,
in. We'll not do it in front of the society. Maybe okay.
hmm, hmm,
That we are
hmm.
going to that vulnerability. We are going to show as a round character in front of everyone. That is the
Yes.
idea. But I thought that we will be doing that with your dialogues, whichever dialogues you give, twinkle twinkle little star, or whatever the dialogues you give.
For
Okay.
example, yeah, I just got the very nice example. See, we'll start with that twinkle twinkle little star. Just to see, there are two parts of exercise approach. So approach. First, we should do it as a mechanical exercise,
Okay.
where we should not feel anything. We should not be organic. We should not be spontaneous. We should not be, you can say, natural. We will do it like a machine. We will do so that we can understand the dynamics, the movement. Once we have rehearsed enough, then we go for letting go kind of exercise. Then things will come, things will happen, things will be spontaneous. You will also put some magical element to it. But before that, we need to do mechanical exercise where we are completely aware that we are doing this flow, we are shifting it, so we are mechanically doing it. I'll tell you. Okay, every time, all the actors, all my friend, I will convey that whenever you get any exercise or a dialogue or a piece, approach it with mechanical. Okay, approach it and then go for the natural exercise. For example, okay, you will get the example. For example, I'm right now doing that ball thing. See, hello, so I will introduce myself. I'm very happy to introduce myself in front of you all. I am CEO of Try Company. So we do lots of great surgeries and lots of activities related to hair growth. I'm the owner. Once I was sitting in my college university, I dropped out my PhD and I started thinking about the person, those who are bald. They were not having the confidence, they were not relaxed in interview, they wanted to become something, but they couldn't because of that baldness. So I started a company as a revolting back. I see the dynamics now. See, I started the company to tell them that yes, I was reading a writer and he was a French writer, and in that writing he wrote J'écris au français pour dire aux français que je ne suis pas français. It means, my dear friends, that I write in French to tell the French that I am not French. Okay, so in that phrase I got that inspiration, and in spite of being a bald, I created a company which is called Traya, and provides services to make you unbald. Would you be coming with me? Would you support me in that campaign? So that is the idea. See how things are coming. You will start with that and you will change the dynamics, and see, and it's, you can see n numbers of faces like this. A person uh, making a company of weight loss, he will be like this much, and only these people can see what is happening. Okay, only these people can see because they are detached, they are getting the realistic view of the situation scenario. So this is the example. And what I did, it's a like maybe third exercise, but we'll start with twinkle twinkle and then we'll develop. And then, so is it clear now, Gautam? Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Yeah.
Okay, let's
Yeah,
start.
so let's start with the two or three fault, and then we'll again and again incorporate in our piece, small piece. Fine.
Shall I go?
Go, go, go.
Or shall I?
First, because you have to make it simple, so that you will first tell us. Okay, tell us so that we are briefed enough. Whatever we are going to see in an exercise, you just tell us what you thought, what you have find as a flaw, and then how you are going to do it, so that we will observe in that context. Perfect.
Uh, okay. Uh, Basically, I would smell my armpit, and I
Hmm.
would. I am very comfortable with it,
Okay,
but
okay.
I can't do it in front of lot of people.
Perfect, perfect,
So
perfect.
I somehow when I feel like doing it, I do it like this,
Yes, yes,
and I'll be very natural with it, but I do it. So this
yes.
one, I'd like to tell.
Unique, unique. Unique is what? Unique is very simple actually. It's not unique, it's you. For
Hmm.
example, like this is also
The same
okay.
way,
Yeah,
whenever
yeah.
there is a tongue, whenever there is tongue, if you don't clean it, white
Mm-hmm.
patches come. You know that?
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
Understood. Yeah.
I tend to take it off with my thumb finger.
Yes. So these are the elements we have to actually, like, we are actor. We are not stars. We are not the image maker. We have that luxury to actually do it, because we are not there for because of our face. We are not there for because of our body or the looks. No, we are there just to you know showcase our craft,
Yes.
our understanding of as an actor, as a characterization. So we are not in the pressure of looking good. So
Perfect.
we have that luxury to do these things, because they will not do it.
They'll not
Because
do it.
if they attempt, they will be in a different light. They don't want that.
They think about their image and all. Yes.
Yes, and we have that luxury to do it, because
You have the
this is
luxury to do it. Yes.
we are not for the face, we are not for the body or the gym body or this and that. We are there for characterization. So if we are working on the characterization, these are the elements. So that
Perfect.
was the point. Thank you so much for making it very simple in the very first kind of discussion. That is the actually basic motive of this exercise. Okay,
Perfect.
so tooth tooth hooking and then talking, like this. You just
And
had a
I also have the habit of
and you're struggling, you're talking and you're struggling, you're not able to pick it up, but you're struggling and not able to do it, and you're struggling and you get irritated, you get irritated. So see, there the life comes in your character. you know you're not
the
faking, you're not acting, you are struggling, and that struggle is coming with your whole painting, whole movement. It's a painting, it's a moving image, and you are doing it as a element, but it will come as a life, because in life we do that. That's the idea. Okay,
perfect.
so for everyone, like for our friends also, those who are watching, we will make a list, whatever list, like maybe some different state people can also see. So maybe we are not aware of some gesture in the northeast, people in Assam, they have some different cuisine, so it will have a different effect. Karnataka, there will be some different. Chennai, UP. So we have n numbers of ample examples of these
Yeah.
lit-
Yes. Yes. Yes.
we, we can call it nuances in acting.
No answer.
These are
Yes.
these are, image. It will break your image. But
Yes.
if we call it nuances, we add to that. For example, like this also, people do that. It's irritating, In order to instill that irritation, you can just add. For example, people don't like it, and when you're doing it, you want to generate that feeling, and you will do it. Simple. So these are the nuances I wanted brother to tell in that observation series. And these will come how? This will come from observation, non-judgmental observation. You don't
And
have to
I've
be
seen
irritated.
people who are liking very, very comfortable doing that. I've seen
Yeah,
people who are very
yes.
comfortable doing this smell and all, but they pretend as though they don't do it. And
Like
when we notice them, they just cut it off.
everybody goes to washroom, all actors, and the way they present themselves, they don't do go that. That's the idea, you know. So here, some other actor comes, they do the scene in the washroom, having this much of pant, and then talking and thinking about the planning. So whatever right now we are discussing, it's for exclusively for actors, for character actors. Simple, very very simple. I'm telling you, it's a character actor thing. They will not attempt it, and if they are attempting, they will also become character actor even if they are a superstars. They are like a brand, but they have to come to that level to becoming a character actor. Only then you can have that luxury of creating things or doing, like for example, like there is a tendency of doing this weird thing. People do that, even sometimes I do that. So this
Yeah,
is
yeah,
also thing,
they do that. Yes.
kind of thing. And sometimes this is also there. So these are the things, sometimes people do like that, that also. These are the things when we start observing, because it's a series of observation. It is end numbers of observation you can do. You will have lots of list of making this, but once you get that list, now it's your artistry, that how you're going to put it so that it can gel with your character. So gelling is also important, because it should not be that something putting, intentionally. It should come, it's like a flow, that it is a part of the character. And if you are playing us, that also, and if you are playing some different character, that also, that it should gel in your performance, it should gel in your scene. It should not look something you intentionally added to just make sure that yes, I'm adding something weird. No, it should go with your context, it should go with your story, it should go with your character you're portraying. So
Perfect.
in that context, if you get that, training of adding those little nuances in your character, you can change the,
Perfect.
yeah, you can change your out completely. You can change, make the difference. That's the idea. Okay, so let's do the exercise. I will observe. Start. So this time, sustain. Like you pick it, anything, and develop. Like you go mechanically. You just did once, so don't do that. Sometimes go and come. No, don't do that. And then try to develop this action, highlight this action, whole action. Did you get what I'm trying to say in that context? So even if it is the one part, but make it as a performance that you have to tell. So there will be different degree, like going there and uh, like that kind of thing. Yeah. One of my friend has that habit of doing this. So he does that, like whenever, like he's sitting alone, when I observe his face, he does that. So that kind of little nuances of the character, or a hand gesture or a lip gesture, or whatever it is there, whatever is there, we have to incorporate it. Okay, so just tell us when you are starting, so that we'll take a note out of it.
We'll go. We'll go. Little star.
See, see. So okay, now do in Tamil. Do any like house thing, like house setup dialogue, something house setup, home centric, regular house. Just think about the phrase. Think about the phrase which is common in your home, and say it in Tamil and do this the same exercise. Okay, start.
So you okay, okay. Hmm.
Yeah.
இந்த perfume சூப்பரா இருக்குல்ல?
See. Okay. So these are little things, but it makes the difference, and nobody talks about these things. Everybody is talking about the superior superficial thing, like talking about Hollywood actor and this and that. What about our life? What about our observations, what we have already have? So we have to right now focus on those what we have, rather than going and thinking and talking about method acting and this is the best method, very simple and very organic method, that okay we do it. And see that it's a contradiction, you're talking about this and talking about the perfume and the fragrance. So there's a black and white color, and
Yeah,
it
I'm
makes
trying to
something.
lie only because someone is watching me. I'm trying to
Yeah,
lie that I've applied perfume, but I have not applied perfume.
yeah, yeah. And it's a satire also, it's a multi-layering thing. See. So can you please do any other faults? Can you please celebrate any other fault, like apart from this, anything coming in your mind?
ம், ம், ம். சொல்லு பரவால்ல, பரவால்ல. அப்படியே சொல்லு. ம். ஓகே தான். எனக்கு ஓகே தான். நீ ஓகேன்னு சொன்னா எனக்கு ஓகே தான். So what is the
Okay.
thing is, in a conversation, I don't spit when I cough. I take the phlegm back into my system. So
Mm-hmm.
that is not everyone will do. They will
Ha.
stop in middle of the conversation. They'll try to go spit and come. That is not them. They are understanding that someone is noticing
Ha ha
and they
ha.
will do it. So that I don't. That is my
Yeah.
flaw, but I'm okay with the flaw.
Mhm. And one thing also, like for example, uh, there is a breathing pattern. For example, these are the outer nuances where you do something. There is also inner nuance when there is a different kind of breathing patterns everybody has. So if you include that breathing pattern, it can also give you the characterization or the character flavor.
Can you do it and
Every
show? Can you do something and show, please?
Yeah, for example, so there will be pattern. So people are like they talk like that, like lots of left party leaders, like Shashi Tharoor kind of people. They have a different breathing because they come from different class. So that class has a certain very coded and very different kind of breathing. So they speak in a very different way. But at the same point in time, if we call a Parai player, the way how they talk, you know so they, because of the setting, because of the class, because of the ambience, they get some breathing also. It's not just society tells us to act in a certain way or to speak in a certain way. They also somewhere hampers the way we breathe, because those who are coming for a very elite, they will be relaxed because they have a culture of being relaxed. And those who are daily wage worker, They are in the, they are in urgency. They have to catch the metro. They have to go. Bombay culture. There is a rush happening. Rush.
Perfect. Perfect.
So they have a different kind of tonality. They will have a different kind of speech. They will not have that luxury of talking like Tharur clan. No, because they have got something different. Uh, uh, did I make it clear? Like this, very. Can you please rephrase it to make it in Tamil? If like people are there, so they can also zone out in the English. Also try to put some phrases so that they also can understand. Those who are zoning out, maybe if they are listening, please rephrase it in Tamil. Yeah,
The last point.
yeah. This portion.
So இதுல என்ன சொல்ற, what you're trying to tell is there are two classes of people where we'll have to understand. The elite class, the மேல்தட்டு மக்கள்னு சொல்றவங்கலாம் அவங்களோட breathing pattern டிஃப்ரெண்டா இருக்கும். Whereas ஒரு daily wages working class people, அவங்களோட breathing pattern, the way they approach, it'll be very different is what you're telling. So I
Yes.
understand, but
Okay.
yeah, tell me man. Go ahead.
Yes. Because you see, when like this class, when the working class, they always have to. There will be a compulsion of perform. They have to finish the duty. So there will be a compulsion of getting things done.
Mm.
Okay. They have a different kind of body language. They will have different kind of movement. They will have
Moments.
different kind of breathing.
Perfect.
But those who are commanding, like those who are giving the command, they will have different kind of. For example, let's take the character of a university professor. He's also a teacher,
Mm.
a university professor, like professor from IIT Madras or IIM professor. The way they talk, they are also a teacher. They have to share the concept. But what about a very simple private school teacher? They are doing the same thing, but see how they're doing. So these are the nuances we have to understand. They will have different IIM Ahmedabad professor will be, different kind of terms they will use or different kind of perspective they will have. But if we talk about some local school teacher, for example, a teacher of IIM Ahmedabad, storytelling teacher or a creative writing teacher, and an English teacher of a local school, basically they are doing the same thing, but how they are doing, and that how I'm trying to tell that how is related to breathing, is related to the approach, it is related to the way you see, it is related to the comfort you have got, the resources you are able to accessible to. So that's why here, whenever we are adding these nuances in terms of body nuances, like these body nuances, or telling, or like doing like this kind of thing, or truth seeking, like it's not coming. I'm trying. It's not coming. It's really irritated. You see, even the vocal cords are changed now. Eh, And once I get it, I got some relief. See the breathing pattern now. I'm relieved now because I have somewhere got that. Like I finished this struggle. So see,
So
so
you're
that.
telling,
Yeah, tell
so you're
me.
telling, as an actor, we can be the IIT professor who's giving a story narration, and at the same time, we can be the private school teacher who's doing story narration. We can be
And
both.
yes, but also, you can be an IIM Ahmedabad IT professor who made that journey of from
Yeah,
school, and
same
that person
approach
is.
we'll also should have to carry. Yes, I
And
understand.
there the uniqueness comes, there the weirdness comes, because for example, if somebody is from scheduled caste and scheduled tribe, okay, they they have got educated, they started teaching there in school, and then they continued, and they reached to that level that now they are teaching in IIT Delhi or Ahmedabad or whatever. Now what they will be completely different, because they
Mm.
haven't got teaching what the elite so-called Sachi
That's so
Tharoor has
called.
got. So they have different kind of approach of teaching, you know.
Perfect.
pattern. So that's how we have to make that different permutation combination. But again, we have to start from the basic. We have to start in a mechanical way, that we will actually place first the local teacher, his background, his body language, his dress, costume, everything, and then we'll go for the simple, the elite teacher, his costume, his way, his cigar, like lots of will be having, the cigar and the coat and boot and everything. So that we have to understand. And what if it is not possible? It's a unique or the strange thing. What if that class is teaching in a very local? Is it not possible in India? Brother? It is possible in France maybe, or somewhere Netherlands, but it is not possible in India. We are corrupt enough sometimes. It is not that somebody will come from that class and will teach. It can be in films only. Correct me if
Or
that's the
maybe
reality.
1% or 2% somewhere in India, it might happen. Maybe it might happen.
Yeah, it,
I don't
it
know.
might. That's why we are opening the possibility that it's a very less percentage of these things
Percentage.
happening. Yeah, because it's always going upward. The tendency of going up. So nobody will come back and go down. Okay. Now, so breathing pattern also. The example, for example, like there are people they will speak like that, and so so it's not just the breathing. They have got that briefing, that societal briefing in their body, and that's why they are reacting like that. So there is a psychology attached. There are some conditioning attached to that person. That's why they are that character. Okay. So these are the basic points for today. These are the exercise. I would like to encourage people, those who are here, to make list and see, prepare our glossary, prepare our bibliography, that what kind of simple nuances we have. Not just we, like our friends, the way they, like, pick up their collar. These, like, there was a girl in my uh, like locality. She used to do, like, she was somewhere like unmarried that time. Now she's in maybe 40s. So when she used to wear shirt, jean shirt always, skirt and jean shirt. So she has that attitude. She used to do it like this. So that image, you see, there is, like, that's the typical gesture attached to her. Like, if I do this with in my family, they will know that what I'm doing right now and who I'm doing. So yeah, that attitude comes, that macho. And so that was a tomboyish girl she was. So she
She was.
used to, yeah, like this. And she was a kabaddi player, like national kabaddi player. So that nuances we have to keep adding to the character. And sometime it will be, acceptable to society. It will not be taboo. Sometime it will be taboo. But when you are, attacking those taboos, people will relate, because lots of people are having that kind of attitude, having that kind of gesture. And when, as an actor, you open up, people will relate. People will see life in you. That's was the idea of today's session. Hmm? Now, if you want to share something, or if you want to say something, or you can
Um,
just summarize what we have discussed in a simple way, so I will also help you.
So basically,
So
a
how?
vulnerable actor with round character which should accept his flaws and has to
Hmm.
go on with adding those kind of elements, what he is observing from others, or his unique element which he is not shown to the audience. Those kind of elements he can add to his professional work in the sense, in terms of acting, I'm telling. Okay,
Hmm. On
so that
stage,
on
in screen.
stage, screen, yeah,
Hmm.
wherever. So those are the things where when you start accepting those vulnerabilities, there comes a new character which would give a new flavor to the character, and there is something there is some kind of a takeaway for the people. The dialogues which he's trying to talk might not be relatable to what he's doing to himself. but that will surely show some kind of a character trait of his to the people.
Yes,
Maybe
sure, sure.
let us tell he's a shabby guy. A shabby guy
Hmm.
does all the things which I do.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, and
So
you
that
see,
is a character depiction, right?
yes, yes, perfect, perfect. So, and see, we started with, like, I had to call, it was a kind of compulsion that I used the word flaws and faults. But in our domain, in acting domain, it is nuance. It's a shed.
Nuance.
It's an artist shed that you
Okay.
have already made a sketch, but when you shed, when you put different degrees in the shedding, we put it nuance.
Perfect.
So for us, it's not a fault at all. For us, it's not a like imperfection. It is a nuance to the character attached. But in order to make it simple, in order to make it relatable, I used the term imperfection, flaws, and I also took the example of baldness and how I made a character who is the CEO of the track company being a bald and having earning crores of generating crores of money. So that was the idea of today's session. And yeah, thank you for
Perfect.
coming
Perfect.
simple ideas and getting into that because it's difficult, brother. It's online way, it's difficult to get into that zone. uh, if it is a physical studio, it helps, it has the ambience and you can redo it. But here it's a great experience for me as well when you attempt and you feel that sometimes it's difficult, because it takes time. These exercises take time to get into your system. But if you attempt once, twice, and fifth time, 10 time, then you start actually feeling what the exercise are made for. The effect of the exercise, it will come like after getting into the system. So that was today's entire session. The vulnerability, faults and flaws, imperfection, embracing vulnerability, having the courage to show that yes, I am with it and I accept it. I don't have any issue. And at the same point of time, I don't have any issue with having a big as well. There also I'm simple, and here also
Perfect.
no company will instill that fear that okay, no, 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 I have to correct my smile. No, 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 I have to no nothing. That's a different brand, different domain. We are not that far. We are character people, character
Perfect.
actors. So it's our duty to put the mass, the main population, the larger population. They like we are like this. We catch train, we catch local, we get late. We are we our white shirt have the patches of sweat patches. Black
That's
shirt
it.
have
Yes. Yes.
where we like and 95% population are having it. Why shall we ignore them?
But in
Why
front
we
of a
just talk
scene,
about it?
no. In front of a scene, before acting in a scene, they will go stand in front of a fan like this, and they will
Why?
try to dry it, and then they'll go act. Dumb
So
fellows, man. Like,
just like that's a very khatarnak, dangerous thing that
no, if there is a
is
scene continuity, if you do like that, it's different. But initially, when they start a scene itself, they'll start like that. That where they lose the naturality.
yeah.
They lose it, right? Ah, yeah. You go ahead. Go ahead.
Uh, that artificiality comes when you kill the life.
Then you kill the life.
And when you're going to make an image, you will kill the life in order to make the image.
Perfect.
And if you are not making image, you are embracing life, you are embracing nuances, you are embracing that fault, flaws, and imperfections. And I think for the character actors, like when we think of the trained actor, those who come from drama school, those who have gone through different processes of learning and training, they must start working in this way rather than going somewhere different which is not our domain. you know yeah, that's the point I wanted to make today, Gautam. Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Thank
Thanks a lot. Great
thank you,
session. We'll
thank you.
meet very soon. Thank you. Bye.
Very nice,
Take
very
care.
nice, very nice.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, thank you.